What's going on, everyone? My name is Cynic, and welcome to a brand new Is It Worth It episode here in Infinite Warfare Zombies. Now, like always, in case you guys have missed out on any of the previous episodes, I strongly recommend you go ahead and click on the little eye in the top right hand corner to take you to the entire playlist, because there's a very strong chance that whatever epic you're looking for, I have already covered. Now, today is the 22nd episode here in the Is It Worth It series, and we have a very special one in store, since normally the epics that I cover are craftable inside the prototype lab, but today we're going to be talking about a weapon that you can specifically get out of supply drops or out of the Quartermaster collection or Survivalist collection if you guys only hit zombie crates. But the epic variant of today is the Auger Furies, and of course, as you guys can see here, I have the Mark II variants of these weapons, but they're practically the same. All they do is grant a little extra XP, which really doesn't make all that much of a difference inside of zombies. But the Auger Furies come with a Twinsanity trait, which makes this the second weapon inside of Infinite Warfare to have this trait. The only other gun that has this are the HVR Geminis, and of course the only way to get those is out of the mission teams inside of multiplayer. But here what the Twinsanity trait gives you is Akimbo styled weapons with improved hipfire spread, and of course, since you're Akimbo, you can't aim down sights anymore. But something I found very interesting with the Furies, I don't know if this really applies for the whole Twinsanity trait and it doesn't work properly with the Geminis, or if this is just kind of like a hidden gem with the Furies, but the longer you hold down the triggers, the tighter your hip spread becomes, which kind of is like a built-in dewdrops, if you will, I guess. So the longer you hold down the trigger, the tighter your spread's going to become, but at the same time, you're going to be burning through your ammunition way faster because the fire rate's also going to go way up. But I thought that was kind of cool that the more you fire, the tighter your spread actually becomes, and there's less recoil. There's actually little to no recoil. You get more recoil burst firing this thing than actually just burning through your ammunition. I don't know, I thought that was kind of weird. I guess it's just a hidden trait with the Furies since the Geminis don't operate this way. Now, another thing that I found very interesting with this weapon, which is more of a bad thing, is the ammo count. You actually have more ammunition in your guns non-pack-a-punch than you do packed and double packed. So non-packed, you have 360 rounds in each clip. Keep in mind I am using extended mag, and 720 rounds in reserve. That leaves you with a total of 1,440 rounds. And in case you guys didn't know, half of 720 is 360, so basically you can burn through each weapon twice before you're fully out of ammunition. Now when you pack it for the first time, your magazine is cut in over half. You get 150 bullets in each gun and 1,050 rounds in reserve, which gives you a total of 1,350 bullets altogether. That makes a 60 round difference between packed and non-packed. You actually have more ammunition non-packed than you do packed for the first time. How does that make any sense? Now you may be asking, well, at least they kill faster, right? No, they're not even powerful at all. I think the biggest lure of the Furies is being able to have that high velocity fire rate, and I think that was the whole point of having the Augers altogether. Not even just the Furies, but even the base variant. I thought it was always not so much damage, but the amount of ammunition that you're able to get down range. And the less ammo that you have, it actually impacts you negatively. And I kind of want to fix a misstep. Earlier I said that you have more ammunition non-packed than you do double packed as well. That's wrong. Your mag double packed is still smaller than it not being packed, which is capped at 186 rounds. But double packed, you still get the most amount of ammunition, which is a total of 2,060 bullets. But still, that's only a 620 round difference between packed and double packed. You know, I just really don't understand why they did this. You know, it's a real giant fuck you. You know, you have these weapons non-packed where you get 360 rounds in each clip, and then you're all excited to pack a punch, and your mags are actually cut in half, and they take 60 bullets from you to top that off. It just makes no sense. You know, it seems to be like a simple but devastating nerf, since, like I said, the Augers aren't really powerful. Their power comes from the amount of bullets that you can actually fire down range, and having less of it really does impact you, and you can really feel that strain on ammo. Now, really and truly, those are my only complaints. Besides that, the Augers are very weak. I wouldn't really recommend going any higher than round 30 with them, because after that, you just burn through ammunition like crazy, and they're not really that easy to get kills with. I'm just talking about the Augers in general, but the same applies for the Furies. But besides that, moving on to the good things, I am having a shit ton of fun with these guns. They are great point builders early on in the rounds, and they do add a lot of spice to the gameplay. I never would expect to have this much fun from Akimbo miniguns in zombies. You know, there's not a lot of weapons I can run around playing Akimbo with inside of zombies. Really and truly, the butchers are the only ones. Besides that, I think I run around with the EMCs, but the Augers are a nice addition to the run and gun type of playstyle. Racing Stripes complements it nicely. Of course, you got haste as a secondary trait for the Augers or the Furies, so you can run a little bit faster with that. Not too much noticeable, but it does help a little bit. You may say I'm stupid for recommending this, but dewdrops actually helps out a lot with the Furies, and hear me me out. That is because, like I said, the longer you hold down the trigger, the more pinpoint accuracy that your augers become. But if you want that pinpoint accuracy to happen almost instantaneously and you don't want to burn through like 40 rounds in order for your spread to come smaller, then I strongly recommend picking up dewdrops, because you get that effect almost instantaneously, and while you're running, your crosshairs never really move, and there's no recoil whatsoever. So even if you want to burst fire this thing, it's almost always on point. So I do recommend getting dewdrops, even though you can't ADS. It does keep your weapons under control as far as that recoil is concerned. Now, one final thing I do want to mention is that the Furies are probably the second best weapon whenever it comes to shooting the Krog eggs out of the sky. I think the Sentinel's probably the best. The Augers are a strong second. But I think that's going to do it for today's Is It Worth It episode. All in all, are the Furies really worth it? I think so. I think if they were craftable for the 4000 salvage, I'd definitely drop it. I'm having a blast. For some reason, it feels like when I first picked up the Furies inside of zombies, I had a vibe like I was running around with two Akimbo type of AA guns. I don't know why, I just had that feeling. But these guns are amazing. I'm having a blast playing with them. Like I said, easy point builders early on in the rounds, easy weapons to take out the Krog eggs out of the sky, which definitely are going to help out inside the boss fight in the main Easter egg. And I think they just overall make the base Auger so much better. I think what Infinity Ward does is they develop the epic variants of these weapons, and then they basically build all the other rarities around what the epics are, because the Augers feel like they're meant to be played that way. And if you look at certain epics, it just makes sense. The G-Rail, what is it, Fusillade? Just looking at that epic, it just makes sense for it to work in that way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys have the Auger Furies and what you guys think of them. Like I said, I kind of like them, but that ammo nerf, man, that's just a huge devastation to this weapon, more than you guys can possibly imagine. Speaking of which, if you guys had a choice, would you rather take in damage or an ammo buff with the Furies? Honestly, I think I'd take like another 4000 rounds than an actual buff in damage, because firing more bullets downrange just seems to be the way that the Furies are meant to be played with, and it's just more fun and more rewarding that way. Anyways, I digress. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you guys have the Furies? Do you guys have any questions, concerns, anything else like that? Feel free to post everything down in the comments. Again, if you guys ever want to play a game with me, the community is on PlayStation. Details are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching and stopping by. Hopefully you guys did find this helpful and enjoyed it. But anyways, until next time, guys, I'll see you all later.